All right, Marcia, I want to show you what we got going on with Rocco here. What we've been doing on our training. Give you kind of a quick video of the beginning point. First off, I can tell you Rocco is really seems to be exactly what you said he is. I'm seeing all of the same traits, good and bad, things that you want to fix, things that you like. He definitely is a very intelligent dog. I think he's very quick to learn, and I think he's gonna be in great shape once we get this all put together. We just have to show him what it is that we want. Good news is Rocco seems to be pretty motivated by food. Virtually all puppies his age are. So what I'm doing here is he's sitting here politely, and I've been able to walk around the room here and having him stay put. And so every time that he does this, and I come back to him, I am rewarding that behavior with a little treat. It's just a little piece of a dog treat. And so that encourages that behavior. But he seems to be doing very well with that. He understands keep my booty on the floor. I'm in good shape. Now, when we teach a dog obedience, I'm going to be using uh, a slip lead, and I want to show you what I'm using here. And I'm going to have him stay put, and then we're going to let him go. All done, all done. Good boy. So we're going to give him a command for all done. I wanted to show you the leash that I'm using here. This is a very, very simple leash. It's just a flat, like 4 or 5 foot long leash. It's got a little ring on the leash and a clip lead on the end. So what I'm doing is I'm clipping it like this and sort of making the letter P out of my leash. And what this is a nice, smooth, flat collar that does not pinch, but it will allow us to do the important thing when training him is we want him to feel when it's pulling, and then as soon as he's not pulling, it comes off. So see how it gets slack as soon as it's not pulling. Pull, it gets tight, and as soon as you're not, it slips right off. So what this does is this gives us a way to tell Rocco, Rocco, come here, bud. Hey, 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 right here. Hey, come on. Hey, Rocco, here. Come on, come on. I know. Oh, I know. I got the leash out. Come here. Come here. Okay. But what this leash will allow us to do is to communicate with him so that he understands when he's doing what I want and when I. Good boy. Good sit. And when I want him to do something different. So right now, when he is sitting here beside me politely, being a good boy, we're rewarding this. I'm a good boy. You know, we can give him some treats because at this age it still works. But the leash is loose. And that's kind of the key to teaching all of our obedience is with a loose or a tight leash. So teaching him the one of the objectives we're going to focus on here is how do we walk on a leash without pulling. And it turns out it doesn't take much to get him to do this. We just have to know how to communicate with him. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to walk with him on leash, and I'm going to keep him on my left side, and I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not going to give him any commands, anything like that, because he doesn't speak English. Um, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him some command, or I'm not going to give him a command, and we're just going to do the behavior, and I'm going to talk using the leash. So when he's doing what I want, the leash will be loose. When he's not where I want, it will get tight very quickly. Just a quick work. And we don't have to make this harsh. We don't have to make this mean. Certainly don't want it to be painful. We just want it to be a way for him to understand, yes, you're doing what I want, or no, you're not doing what I want, and I need you to change. And so with a nice short leash like this, it's pretty easy to figure out. But, okay, how we doing, huh? You a good boy, Rocco, huh? Okay, come on, come on. Good boy. I'm just giving him a little tug right here. Good boy, come on. Come on, let's walk around. I'm just going to walk in a loop right here. Good boy, come on. We're starting off in a nice, easy circle. This is the easiest form because all he's really got to do is just follow along. Walk the inside circle inside of me. Good boy. Good. So there we give him a little tug. Keep him moving. And at the beginning, we're going to be pretty liberal with where he is. So long as he's moving, not too far in front, not too far behind, I'm not going to tug on him. What I'm looking at is he looking at me? Is he paying attention to me? Or is he doing his own thing? One of the nice things about doing this indoors, sit, is there's far less distractions. We're here inside my shop because it's 0 degrees outside and the wind is howling and there's snow on the ground. So it's lousy outside anyway. But indoors, there's fewer things for him to be distracted on, and he is going to be more likely to focus on me, which is what we want, right? So that was a good boy. We'll give him a little treat for that. Good boy. Yeah, good job. Okay. So now we'll do a little bit going the other way, where I'll have him on the outside. Come on. Just a little tug. Little tug. Good. Good boy. And all I'm doing is trying to give him some encouragement. Good boy. Come on. I apologize if I'm getting off camera. I'm not watching the screen too much. I'm trying to watch Rocco here. Come on. Come on. Oh, right there, he fought me a little bit, so we're going to pull. Good. Give him a tug. Right? Come on. Right here. Good. Keep him on my left side. Keep him moving on that left side. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Sit. And when I tell him to sit, I figure he knows that command because he's doing it very well. So I'm pulling on the leash and I'm saying the command. So that way he knows what I want him to do. But anyway, the first thing we're going to teach him after sit is to walk nicely on heel. We'll do a few more days here inside the shop, and then we'll worry about going outside. You're probably noticing that he's lagging behind more in here. That's because there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run off and chase something or smell something. So it helps kind of what we call shrink his world, make it smaller so there's less things to distract him. But all in all, I think he's doing very fine. We're off to a good start. There's clearly some things he knows very well. He understands sit and stay put. That's very nice. Good boy. Good sit. And then I'm going to try to do that command to release him again and just kind of mess with him and play with him so that he understands it's free to go. All right, Rocco. All done. All done. Good boy. Good boy. Want to go to your kennel? Right here. Here, kennel. Good boy. All right. So that's a pretty good look at Rocco. We'll see how he develops over the next week. We'll try to give you an update before too long. But all in all, it's off to a great start.